We're looking at the information technology examination paper, paper 2, and all questions must be answered. Okay, question 1. John wants to place his essays on the internet and access them using a web address. His users will register to see the essays and wants to save their information on a database that is online. When he uploads new essays, he wants to communicate with his clients and manage any emails that are sent to him. Question 1a. What is the name of the professional in the computer field that would be employed to place John's essay on the internet? The answer is web developer. Question 1, part 2. What is the name of the professional in the computer field that would be employed to manage his emails and online clients? The answer is social media specialist, and it is worth 2 marks. Question 1b. What are the 2 tasks of each of the named professionals in question 1a above? So for the web developer, any 2 of the following answers would be correct. Creates and builds websites, website development, or website updating. For the social media specialist, any 2 of the following would be correct. Information posting to social media applications, responding to emails, sending mass emails or messages. This question will be worth 2 marks. Question 1c. John now gets thousands of emails with unknown email addresses and unsolicited messages to visit other websites. Before he answers the emails, what are 2 security steps that he can take? So any 2 explanations, similar or suitable answers are acceptable. So we have authenticity of the emails is verified. Emails are verified if it is spam. If he is not sure, he must not click on website links which are unfamiliar to him. Question 1c is worth 4 marks. Question D. To stop electronic attacks on John's website, what 2 measures can be taken? So any 2 of the following: a firewall or antivirus, malware detection to prevent viruses, or malicious attacks. 2 marks. Question D is worth 2 marks. Question 1e. John client's data are saved in a database. Other than the first and surname, name 2 fields that can be used to collect data on the clients who sign up on John's website. Any 2 of the following answers will be correct. So we have email address, types of essays the user requests, country, and name. Question 1e is worth 2 marks. Question 1f. Information will be extracted from John's database. Select the database terms from Table 1 to complete the database feature shown in Table 2. So here we have table 1 here. These are the database features. So we have sort, query, calculated field, report, and form. And in table 2, we have the task, the definitions for the task. So the first task, all of the clients who viewed John's essays, and the answer would be query. The persons who have signed up would be a calculated field. A summary of the clients who have requested for each essay. The answer is the report. And a list of the clients in ascending order by country. This would be a sort. An example would be a query. This question will be worth 4 marks. Okay? 1G. A client search for John's essay that are hosted on the CAD with Mr. Hughes website locates the following layout. So here we have the layout here. Use a layout to answer the following questions. The name that is given to this type of web page. The answer is home page or web page. The web address, https://www.cadwithmrhugh.com or essays/cadwithmrhugh.com. Email address john@cadwithmrhugh.com. A hyperlink back to the top, link for each essay item, email address, video. This question is worth 4 marks and question 1 is worth a total of 20 marks. Question 2. Tom Brown is the systems administrator at King's Junior School. The principal has asked Mr. Brown to write a report that will show the requirements for the computers and other equipment to be purchased for a new computer lab. Question 2A. List any 4 main components that each computer system must have. So the correct answers are input devices, central processing unit, memory, secondary storage. This question is worth 2 marks. Question 2B. State the function of any one of the main components of a computer system. So we have input devices are components of the computer system used to feed data into a computer. Central Processing Unit CPU is the hardware device in a computer which all the instructions are executed from the software. Secondary storage devices are non-volatile storage devices, for example, hard disk drives. Output devices are peripheral devices that facilitate the processed information or result to be converted into a format that is presented outside the computer. This question is worth 1 mark. Question 2C. John will create a network for the computer lab. What type of network will he use? Local area network is the correct answer, and question 2C is worth 1 mark. Question 2D. Before Tom writes his report, he looks on the internet to find specifications of computers that are best for the laboratory. Explain any two approaches that Tom may use to evaluate the reliability of the information he retrieves. By examining the date of the information, Tom can check the currency of the information or article to make sure that the information is not out of date, because if it is out of date, it would not be useful. He must check if the information is biased. He can search the internet for objective sources to find information on the quality of the product, because the supplier may give product reviews of the quality that are exaggerated. Checking the relevance of the information on the cost, computer specifications, shipping cost, and dates is another approach that Tom can take to ensure that they are applicable to the area where the school is based. This question is worth 6 marks. The report that Tom will write should have a spreadsheet showing all the requirements for the lab and the estimated cost of the equipment. He started the spreadsheet as shown below, but it needs to be completed. So here we have the spreadsheet. We have estimated costs for the new computer lab. We have item description, units, price per unit, and total. So we have computer for each student. We have 30 units, and the cost is $40,000 per unit. The table for the computer, so we have 30 units, $8,000 per unit. Computer for the teacher, we have 1 unit at $60,000. We have table for the teacher, we need 1, and the cost is $4,000. Chairs for the students, 30 units, $2,000 per unit. Chair for the teacher, 1, and the cost is $3,000. 10 meters UTP cabling, 15 units, cost $300 per unit. 1 projector at $12,000. Screen for the projector, 1, and the cost is $3,000. Whiteboard, you need 2 whiteboards, and each whiteboard costs $400. So you need to find the estimated price and average item price. Cell A1 is formatted across columns A, B, C, and D. E, what is the name of the formatting feature used? Merge and center, and this will give you 2 marks. Write the text of a formula to be used in cell D3 to calculate the total cost for the computers for the students. The answer is B equal B3 times C3, and this answer will give you 2 marks. Question E continues. Write the text for the function to be used in cell D13 to calculate the total estimated cost. So the answer is equal sum, open bracket, D3 through D12, close bracket, and this question is worth 2 marks. Let us move on to the next question. Write the text for the function that must be used in cell B15 to find the average item price. So the answer is equal average, open bracket, C3 through C12, close bracket, and this question is worth 2 marks. The next question. Tom wants to reorganize the rows so that they are in order of the most expensive to the least expensive. Explain how he could achieve this requirement using the features of the spreadsheet software. The items in column C are sorted using price per unit in descending order. This question is worth 2 marks and the total question is worth 20 marks. Let us go to the next question. Question 3. Cinderella needs to buy a dress that costs $3,000 for a wedding. She will sell ice cream to buy the dress. 3A. Cinderella's friend purchased some ice cream. Write an algorithm using pseudocode to ask for the amount of ice cream purchased and display the total. If the price of each ice cream is $50. Or let's look at the answer. So we have start, declare cost, amount, total cost as real. Cost is equal to $50. Print, open quotation, please type the amount of ice cream, close quotation. Read, open quotation, amount, close quotation. Total cost is equal to cost times amount. Print, open bracket, total cost, close bracket, stop. This question is worth 6 marks. Cinderella sold 25 ice cream at $50 each. Explain how Cinderella could know if she raised enough money to buy the dress. Alright, algorithm. Find the total funds raised from the sales of the ice cream. Then subtract the total funds from the cost of the dress. She has enough money to buy the dress if the total funds is equal to or more than the cost of the dress. This question is worth 4 marks. Cinderella wants to keep track of the orders placed for the ice cream. So she makes a spreadsheet in order to do so. And here's a spreadsheet shown. We have the cost of the dress, $3,000. Then we have date, item, cost, quantity ordered, total due. So on May 10th, we have the item is vanilla ice cream. It costs $50 and 1 unit of ice cream was ordered and the total amount due was $50. On May 10th, we have an order for grape nut ice cream. It costs $50 per unit and 2 units were ordered. So the total for that order is $100. Then on May 15th, we have strawberry ice cream. The unit cost is $50. We had 4 orders for the ice cream, so the total will be $200. On May 20th, we have raspberry ice cream. The unit cost is $50. We have 1 unit, so the total due is $50. Now it says, using the spreadsheet that is shown above, write the functions and or formulas in cell E8 or E9 to show whether Cinderella has raised enough funds. So to find the total funds raised in cell E8, this is the answer. Equal sum, open bracket, E4 through E7, close bracket, or equal sum, open bracket, E4, comma, E5, comma, E6, comma, E7, close bracket, or equal, open bracket, E4 plus E5 plus E6 plus E7, close bracket. To find out if the total funds raised can buy the dress, this is a formula. Equal F2 minus E8 or equal $sign F $2 minus E8. This question is worth 6 marks. Here's another question. Write a function that will be typed in cell E10 to display, yes, is Cinderella would be able to buy the dress, or no if she has not raised enough money. So this is the answer. Equal if open bracket E9 greater than or equal to F2, comma, open quotations, yes, close quotations, comma, open quotations, no, close quotations, close bracket, or equal if open bracket E9 greater than or equal to 3000, comma, open quotations, yes, close quotations, comma, open quotations, no, close quotation, close bracket. This question is worth 3 marks. Cinderella wants to insert another order for May 9 in row 4. Explain what would happen to the data in row 4. Move the data in row 4 to row 5, or insert a new row above row 4, then type the new data in this row. This question is worth 1 mark. Cinderella does not want other persons to see her sales from her ice cream. Explain how she could protect the spreadsheet. The file can be encrypted, or protect the file with a password. This question is worth 1 mark. Cinderella wants to learn more about spreadsheets. Her friend told her about some courses, but these are only offered during the day. She cannot register for these courses because she's employed during the day. Explain 2 other options that Cinderella could think about to take a similar course. She can be self-taught by buying a textbook, watching educational videos, using resources on the internet, using distance education, which is online tutor teaching, or a tutor online. This question is worth 4 marks, and the total question is worth 25 marks. For A local area network can be wired or wireless. Jill has rented a small house and she wants to set up a network that will enable all the devices to be connected in her house. The devices that she frequently uses are one desktop computer, one laptop, one Apple smartphone, one Apple tablet, one printer. Use a writing device to draw lines to correctly indicate the correct labels on the table on the left for the definitions in the table on the right. All right? So the first answer is switch. And the definition is the right computer is sent messages on a single network using this equipment, which is a switch. The next answer is a router. This equipment is used to connect 2 different networks. Twisted pair. In local area networks, this type of wired transmission media is used. Then we have modem, and analog signals are converted to digital signals, and digital signals are converted to analog signals. And then the network interface card prepares data, receives data, sends data, and controls the flow of data between a computer and the network to which it is connected. This question is worth 5 marks. Explain one disadvantage and one advantage of using a wireless network over a wired network. Disadvantages. The transmission media can be easily intercepted by other persons who should not be on the network. So more care is needed to be secure. The wireless signals in buildings is a health concern for some individuals. Advantages: the clutter of the wires is less in a wireless network. Jill can print anywhere in her house instead of having to connect the device to the printer. She can print from mobile devices such as a tablet or smartphone. These mobile devices do not have UBS or other printing ports built in them. This question is worth 4 marks. What is the name of the protocol technology used commonly to provide wireless computer networking in a house or office? The answer is Wi-Fi, and this question is worth 1 mark. Write a pseudocode to represent the following steps in the algorithm below. Prompt the user by showing the following statement. Kindly enter your supermarket bill total for each week and -1 to end entering the amount. Accept the total from the user until -1 is entered. Determine and display the sum of the total amount entered, the average of the total amount entered. Okay, let us look at the pseudocode. So we have start, declare amount, total, AVG as real, declare counter as integer, counter is equal to 0, total is equal to 0, print, open bracket, kindly enter your supermarket bill total for each week and -1 to end entering the amount. Read amount. While amount is not equal to -1, total is equal to total plus amount. Counter is equal to counter plus 1. Read amount. End while. AVG is equal to total divided by counter. Print, open quotation, the sum of the total amount entered is space, close quotation, comma, total. Print, open quotation, the average of the total amount entered is space, close quotation, AVG, stop. This question is worth 10 marks. Answer the following question based on the pseudocode. Start, declare test, number, count as integer. Count is equal to 0. Print, open quotation, enter positive integers, close quotation. Read number, test is equal to number, while counter is less than 5, if number is less than test, test is equal to number, and if counter is equal to counter plus 1. Read number, and while. Print test, stop. What problem does the algorithm solve, and explain how it solves it? The algorithm asks the user to enter the number 5 times. Then it displays the lowest number entered. It achieves this by checking if the number entered is less than the lowest number entered previously. If the number entered is lower than the previous number, then this number is stored in the variable. After the loop ends, The lowest number that is stored in the variable will be printed on the output device, such as a monitor. This question is worth 5 marks, and the total marks for this question is 25 marks. So this is the end of the information technology examination paper 2 that was 2 hours long, and the total marks for this paper was 70 marks. How many marks did you get on this paper? In the next video, we'll be looking at computer programming or PowerPoint software. So we are looking forward to seeing you in that video. Please take care until then. Bye. Thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, comment, and share.